Hello everyone and welcome to Lavender Blue. I'm Fiona. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please hit the like button and leave a comment, as this helps my channel and I love to chat with you all. I would also love it if you would subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. You can also find me on other social media platforms and I would love to connect with you there. My link is always in the description box below. Now, let's get creative. Hi everyone, this is Fiona. How are you all going? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own texture paste. I was wanting to do some stenciling on book pages and various things with my texture paste, and mine had all dried up, the one that I'd purchased. And I've looked at a few recipes online, and I think that this is going to be a good one. So I just wanted to show you how to make your own, because it is quite expensive to buy also. So you'll just need a couple of ingredients. And first of all, I'm using plaster of Paris. You can just buy it in a big bag like this. I've got a kilo bag. It's not too expensive. This one's Montmartre, an Australian brand, and I found mine in Red Dot, but you can find Montmartre in lots of art and craft stores. So just plaster of Paris. And I know there's another recipe out there where people are using baby powder. So baby powder you can use as well, and it would be the same sort of what's the word, the same amount, whatever amount I use of plaster of Paris, you can use the same amount of baby powder, and I'm pretty sure it works just as well. But as you can see, plaster of Paris is specifically for casting, molding and sculpting. So to make a molding paste, it's really good for that. So the other thing you'll need is just any plain PVA glue, and I've just got a cheap one here. And the other thing will be just white acrylic paint, and the reason that you need that is to add the white colour. And I'll show you afterwards how you can also colour your texture paste. You can colour it just like any other texture paste to make different colours that you might like. So you'll need something to measure with, something to mix in, and I've just got an old container here that I had that I've cleaned out, and that's what I'll be storing it in. It kind of will need to be something like a screw top lid that's going to keep it airtight, because it does dry out. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to give you the proportions, and I will put them up on the screen as well. So what you need is 1 part plaster of Paris, and then you'll need half a part. Say you used 1 cup of plaster of Paris, then you would need half a cup of your glue. So 1 part to half part glue. And then I would add around about 1/4 cup of white paint, or maybe 3 tablespoons. I'm going to fill this about halfway with the glue. There we go. And I've just got a bamboo, this is all I could find for mixing. It's just a bamboo skewer. You might want to use a old palette knife, or a paddle pop stick, ice cream stick. Just trying to make sure I've got most of that in there. Okay, so now I'm going to add the white paint. So it's going to be about half again. So around about 1/4 cup. You probably don't even need that much, because all this is really for is adding the colour. So that, if you like a nice thick texture paste, that is not bad actually, and that would dry fairly fast. But I think I'm just going to add a little bit more glue. And you can see my texture now. I think that's a really, really good texture for a moulding paste. It's not really dripping, it's just, see, it's sort of stretchy. It doesn't really drop off my palette knife very easily. And I think I'm going to go with that. So all there is left to do is to put it into your container. And I think I'm going to put a bit of Glad wrap, a bit of plastic wrap under my lid as well, just to be sure. Quickly put it in there. And then after this, I'm going to show you what you can do, how it works, and how we can colour it as well. Okay, so let's try it out. So I've opened up my journal, and when you're doing it in a journal that you've already sewn together, it's probably not as easy. It's probably easier to do it on your pages, papers, tags, whatever, before you sew the pages in. But if you do it this way, make sure you put something behind the page that you are stenciling on. And I'm just going to do this book page because I want to sort of have something coming down here. And I really love this little stencil because it's sort of florally but ornamental at the same time. And I like the way it's coming down here with this. This looks like a, I don't think it's a rose, but it's some sort of a flower. So I'm just going to do mine like this. And probably a good idea to add a little bit of washi tape. I have just a plastic spatula or palette knife, and there we are, still nice and liquid. I actually really was worried about it drying out, but it has not. So let's start pasting it on. I'm going to hold down my stencil as well. And I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to make sure that I get the nice pattern here. I'm just sort of leveling it off to make sure it's kind of even. Do a little bit more down here. And I can see that this stencil is a little bit broken in a couple of spots because I've used it a lot. So it won't be perfect, but that's okay. Okay. So let me just take off my stencil. And there we go. And that's worked out really, really nice. I'm happy with that. Once that dries, whoops, once it dries, it's going to look really, really nice. Just on the book page there. So I'm going to leave this little piece under, and I just need to put this one aside to dry. Whoops. I've got a few different stencils here. Well, I did just show you on book page, but I'll show you on some coffee dyed paper. And there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's just do a bit of white onto this grungied up paper that I did. I might try another little flower or something. I've got this pretty one here. On that paper. So then I can use this in wherever I want to use it. Okay. So that's the white. I'm just going to quickly show you on a printable page. If you don't have stencils. There we go. I've just decorated that little page up. That page up a little bit. Now, and I could spray on here with inks. I could add a bit of paint onto them when they're dry. Watercolour paint, spray inks, acrylic paint, whatever you want to do. Or I could have used a different colour. I could have maybe used a yellow that matched, or I don't know, a pink or something. Anyway, let's get to doing the pink. It's okay for now. And actually, just quickly, before I do the coloured one, I just wanted to quickly do, this is a very pale pink paper, like a blush colour. I actually just want to do a little bit of decoration on this page with some white. That'll do. Oh, and look at that. I don't know if you can see the contrast of colour, but it's just beautiful. Very shabby chic. I'm going to make a tag out of that. Okay, so I'm going to colour it now with a little bit of paint. Now, mine is candy pink, but you could use red because we already have white in our moulding paste. Obviously white and red makes pink, but I would just add a little drop of red if you're looking for a pastel pink. So I'm just going to get a little bit, I'm just colouring a little bit at a time of whatever I want to use. Put it up here. And I'm going to add a little bit of pink paint. Candy pink. I may have even added too much there because I only want it pale, but it's okay. It's a nice pink. That's good. Beautiful pale pink. As you see, because we've already got white in there, it's not going to be quite as dark as you started off with it. Same with if you added a blue. So if you want, pure colour, you don't want the pastel kind of thing. You want the pure colour that comes out of the tube. Just add that in the beginning. Don't add white paint. Let's go here with this beautiful stencil. I hope you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Beautiful. Here's the pink. Beautiful. I'm just going to leave that one to dry like that. I did want mine a little bit paler, but that's okay. Let's try on the back of this book page, and I'll try out my little mandala here, part of it. Just to use it up, so I don't want to waste it. And there we go. Beautiful mandala pattern on the book page. So there you go, guys. That's how you make your own homemade modelling paste or moulding paste. I hope you find this recipe helpful, and if you do try it out, please let me know and leave a comment in the description box below so I can see how you went. And I'd love to see your creations that you've made from this moulding paste. And If you haven't yet joined my Facebook group, it's a good idea to do so, because you can share anything you like with the rest of the group and just show us your little creations. It's always linked in my description box below. So thanks very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.